Hey, what's going on, guys? A Crazy Glucker here, bringing you actually it's quite a funny video in one of my favorite cars, the Opel GT. I absolutely love these headlights. They're so much fun to play around with, but this is from the March car pack, and I said in my other video that I'll link in the description down below that I wanted to create an autocross car with this build. Now, I mean with this car, an autocross car build with this car. Now, one thing you should know is that I've never done an autocross car build. I've never really even done autocross unless it was in like one of those challenges. Yeah, so we're gonna try this out. I really wanted to upgrade this car, and I know it has to be an A-class for the Rivals event. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously, you know, we're gonna do the basics. Like, I did an engine swap. I did the 3.7, I believe, 3.7 V6, just because that you can obviously get a lot of power out of that. And look at those back tires; they're huge. So obviously, you know, upgrade the tires to race tires. The engine provided actually a lot of horsepower, more horsepower than I thought, which was, I believe, almost 466 horsepower, which is awesome. I debated on the roll cage, but I decided to go with it just because it adds, you know, a stiffness factor. It adds, you know, handling, which is what we need. I didn't want to lose the handling with all the power, because I mean this car had amazing handling, just didn't have the power. So I didn't want to add the power and then obviously not have the handling. So I sort of went for like a regular approach. Now obviously I think this car actually only had it had four gears, so I added in obviously an extra two. Added in some driveline. I wanted to make it, you know, as at 700 as possible as the performance PI. Now I remember before I tried to build this car in A-Class and I wasn't able to take off the bumpers. That made it 701. So yeah, obviously we're just gonna get right into it here. And as you can see from that first sort of gate, it wasn't going to go so well. This was the first time I've ever tried autocross, but it does get better. It does. It's those two. I was going too fast. It does get better, I swear to you. So if you stick around, you'll get to see my progression in autocross. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with this and this build. This car actually, you know, as you can see here, it handles great. The engine sounds phenomenal, as it always does. But wow, this car, it was so small and easy to maneuver. So if any of you are looking for a new autocross build, definitely check this car out. I know it's DLC and how irritating that is when you don't have the DLC, but it was a lot of fun to drive, and you know, easily handled, as you can see throughout these corners here. I was running traction control assist, and I believe that's it. I'm not quite sure. I forget now, but yeah, I kind of overdid that turn there. I kind of had to get used to the car a little bit. I must say, like, as good as the handling was, I did kind of have to get used to it. Stock, I mean, obviously, this car is really slow stock, but the handling on it was absolutely insane. So I bet you in E-Class, this car would be great. But nonetheless, it is A-Class, so I found myself in second gear a lot. That was really scary for me. But I did sometimes jump to third gear and went down to first gear here, but I found the gears were actually very long. I don't know if that was just me, but they seemed to be very long. I don't know why that was, but anyways, here you can see me obviously getting a shittier time than normal. It's already been 2 minutes, but I swear I could have shaved that down a lot more if I knew what I was doing. But as I progress down here, you'll see that I actually, you know, I started getting the handle of things. So yeah, 244.733. Got myself a badge, I guess, there. Not too bad. It was a lot of fun. Obviously it's a bad time, but like it was a lot of fun for me, and I thought I'd restart right away and get right into it again, because this car is fun to drive. I don't know what it's about, what it is about this car, but it's a lot of fun to drive. So I don't know. Possibly a great tag car. I think with that awesome handling. It's light. I forget how much it weighs, but it's relatively light, which makes it, you know, a lot better when you're handling those corners. I think that roll cage helped stiffen it a lot better. And oh man, butchered that turn. And butchered those gates too. I just couldn't get that turn down. But as I progressed longer, I swear to you, I know I've said a lot, but I swear to you that I've gotten better. It's tough. It's tough. If you guys are watching this and you're laughing at me, honestly, it's tough. It's tough at first. I thought it was going to be a cakewalk, and I was again, and you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to make an autocross build, you know, kind of like Fail Race does. And yeah, it's tough. But it's a lot of fun, and I think creating like that cool A-class car to just race around in autocross is, you know, it's just a fun thing to do. It's just another thing to do in Forza as well. I found I was getting, you know, quite bored just I was getting quite bored just, you know, doing those races over and over again in career mode, and then, you know, taking it to multiplayer was sometimes better. I do enjoy tag and keep the it. That's a lot of fun. Rear-wheel drive drag cars is a lot of fun too. But this just opened up a whole new can of worms here with the autocross builds, and I know, well, I actually don't know if they're going to have it in Forza Horizon 3. They definitely, like, my prediction is they definitely won't, but if a Forza 7 ever comes out, you know, in a year or two, I'll definitely keep making these videos. I'm probably going to make a lot more in Forza 6 as much as I can. I love that sound of going through all those gates. It's just a good feeling. It's kind of like getting the hit marker in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Just like a good feeling, just like a nice sound. But anyways, yeah, I feel like I'm going to make these autocross builds a lot more now that I want to get good at this. I feel like this is just a fun thing to get good at, you know what I mean? And my birthday's coming up, so I'm thinking about getting a steering wheel, and that would be a lot of fun to try out, you know, do reviews on and do these autocrosses on. Oh, that was close. Yeah, you know, once I get the tunage down, once I get everything down here, I hope I can do a lot better. Now, 245.287, that's not bad. That's a lot better than my last time, especially because it didn't have that little exclamation mark, because I didn't, you know, fuck it all up. I feel like when I get that dirty exclamation mark, I just feel like the game hates me when I get that, so I need to change that. I did want to restart again. Obviously, I thought it was a lot of fun. So, of course I did. Yeah, so this is my third attempt with this car on the Hockenheim autocross circuit. Now, this is in Rivals, if you guys want to check it out yourselves. Obviously, this game is pretty old. Not old, I guess, quote-unquote old, but... so if you haven't noticed it, I mean, you probably have, but if you haven't, it's in the Rivals. It's the second one there. They added in a cool Lime Rock one, which I might investigate, because that's obviously, if you know this channel well, I love the Lime Rock track, so that's interesting. The only thing bad about the Lime Rock track, I always miss those two. I was going too fast. You'll see it in the last attempt I do. I was like, fuck it. And I just completely destroyed those two things, so. Anyways, so yeah, the Lime Rock one, the only bad thing about that is it has to be at a 600 PI. And it has to be American Muscle, which is good. Like, it's good, but like, it's not the best. I don't want to try every car. That was bullshit. I definitely didn't hit that cone. That was shitty. I shouldn't have got that +5. Honestly, whenever you do autocross, like at the end of the game, you feel like, wow, I gained a lot of time. Like, imagine I didn't touch those cones, which I think is something I really have to perfect. I think I can't hit any of these cones. Obviously, okay, come on. That was another one that was like, come on, man, come on. I was getting so close. But yeah, no, I feel like hitting those cones is just an automatic destruction. I mean, 5 seconds is a lot of time. So, I think I have to, oh, that was shitty. I have to perfect gate hitting badness. And I also think I just have to get my timing down really, and I think that'll help both causes. But I think if I just get my timing down, I get my cornering down, I get everything down, it'll definitely be a lot better. Oh, I can't believe I hit that one. I never hit that one. Yeah, you know, once I get used to this track, once I get used to autocross, I think it'll be a lot better. I had to pause it there for a second actually, and somebody came to my door, but I fast forwarded through that a little bit. But anyways, so let's just say that broke my concentration, and that's why I was doing bad this time. Oh yeah, I just made that one. Honestly, like I think that was obviously worse than before, which I was surprised at. But I think I have to get more handling. I thought to myself, actually, this is funny. I was like, if I get that $1 million, I'm doing this race again. And of course, I got the $1 million. I always say dollars, credits. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like we're going again. We're restarting. This is my last attempt here for my first ever autocross ever. So just thought I'd try it out. Last attempt. I honestly didn't like. I know I've said this over and over again, but it's a lot of fun, and I would definitely recommend it for people that, you know, are getting bored with the game. Maybe just want to have a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. Honestly, well, to me, it looked really easy, and it's really hard for me, anyways, personally. But bam! I fucking wrecked that turn. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a pretty good one here. I just knew it. I felt it in my bones. And then watch this. This made me really happy. Look at that. Bam. Demolished those two gates after completely disregarding them in the last two. There are some close calls here in this last attempt. There are some really close calls. I got so nervous. I think by this time, I think by this time, I was sweating through my hands. Like the whole controller was just like dripping with sweat. But you know, I was getting close in a lot of these cones here, and I think you just gotta have nerves of steel. I know it's just a video game, but it gets crazy. It gets competitive, especially for me, who's somebody who actually is competitive. But I think, again, somebody came to my door here. But I think it brings out the best in the cars too. Like I think honestly, next time if I was gonna make a car build, I would make it more towards handling and acceleration. I don't think top speed is necessary. I don't think that's honestly necessary at all. I'm not obviously not an expert, so I don't know. But I definitely, in my next car build, I'm gonna try that. And I already have a car in mind. I definitely won't reveal it yet. You guys will have to guess. I'm trying to think of. I'm just trying to think of. Let's just say it was in a previous video. That's all I'll say. You guys can go research that. I enjoyed this. I'm definitely going to make a lot more videos. I can't believe I hit that, and I lost so much time too. I should have just went for it. But yeah, no, I'm definitely going to try this again more, because I think it'll just benefit me, and it'll benefit my channel, because it was a lot of fun. And obviously when making content is fun, it doesn't really matter how many views you get and stuff. It's just fun to do. Now 231.342, that's my best one of the day. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.